Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're diving into Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, the one where Mystery Inc. is basically fighting their own greatest hits. All their old monsters come back to haunt them, which honestly sounds like every YouTuber's nightmare if our cringy videos came back to haunt us. And I mean, based on her profile, she seems like a chill person who is just chilling. Okay. The first movie was so much fun, I honestly couldn't wait to watch the second one. Because Shaggy and Scooby carried that movie so hard. Everyone else was just, there. So as always, I'll be sharing my thoughts as the movie progresses. So kick back, relax, grab yourself a Scooby snack, subscribe, and let's do this. Tonight is the grand opening of the Coulsonian Museum. Did I get that right? Where they celebrate all the catches from Mystery Inc.
May I have a word with Coolsville's hottest detectives?
Absolutely.
Well, there you go. That's your word.
Ooh, Daphne is threatened. Heather here takes the interview anyway, as she probably rightfully should. Gotta love these movies. They introduced the monsters they unmasked. The Black Knight Ghost, the 10,000 Volt Ghost, the Skeleton Man, and the Pterodactyl Ghost, and a bunch of others. I did watch the cartoons back when they would air these stuff on cable, but I can barely remember any of this. Except for Scrappy.
Velma?
There's something about the way you look tonight.
Oh my. I think it's a nice change of pace to see the girl get dumbstruck this time. And honestly, I love me some Seth Green. His name is Patrick and they hit it off pretty well. A little too well.
Like a date with me.
Oh, I can't.
The frick? Why the hell not? What? Poor Patrick. This is why we don't make the first move anymore. The rejection just isn't worth it. You don't even know how to talk to girls! That is beside the point. It's about time things start to get spicy. I almost forgot what kind of movie we were watching, to be honest.
We tied it! Let go!
Come on. They're still the best on the team. I don't care. The party gets absolutely wrecked. This mysterious man appears and basically tells them this is the first of many to come. And he just dips. Did they just lose in an embarrassing way? Damn. The gang learns 2 costumes were stolen. Velma finds a clue. This Heather girl comes for an interview, which Daphne tells Fred not to take because they usually have these types of interviews after they unmask the bad guy.
We looked ridiculous back there.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. The prince loves us.
Oh boy. Yeah, so famous last words. Heather just completely tarnished their names. And she warped what Fred actually said. So she's mean.
We all know how Shaggy and Scooby can be, but it's all right. We just
Come on, they're just doing their best. What? And last I checked, it was all of them who failed miserably. I didn't see them doing anything except looking. Anyway, so our boys swore on oath to be less like themselves and more like those 3.
Scooby? Those so don't go with that sweater.
Okay, I'll give them that. Uh-oh, turns out that clue was a real pterodactyl scale. What? So they try to figure out who'd be able to make a real pterodactyl ghost. This is exactly like the first movie. They just randomly accept that these monsters are real. They don't even explain why it's such a normal thing. And that bothers me. And it should bother you too. So their first suspect is this Jonathan
Jacobo.
The real pterodactyl ghost. He stole millies and funded his experiments for real ghosts. So case solved then, I guess.
So long, sucker! Help me, sucker!
He died off screen though. His cellmate was conveniently released from prison 2 months ago, who is also the original Black Knight ghost. And he was there at the opening ceremony too, I just didn't mention it. So they head on over to Old Man Jenkins' manor, which Shaggy and Scooby try to be their new selves for, and not some scaredy cats.
What could possibly happen by ringing a doorbell?
I'm trying to think of something, but I just can't seem to come up with anything. Can you?
At 7 p.m., the owner will be home to set you free.
What the heck? They have a long wait. But Daphne gets them out, so they're fine.
Let's, split up and search for clues. Scoob and I will go this way.
You stole my thing that I say.
Taking the lead. Alright. Our boys don't get much done, but Velnet finds a book owned by Jonathan Jacobo. More an instruction manual on how to create monsters. Actually, I take it back. They did find a clue. Something called the Four Ghost that's happening tonight. But of course, the Black Knight Ghost shows up and absolutely wrecks Fred and the boys. So Daphne is the only one capable of fighting him off. I love that her ability to fight continues in this one. It's a nice change of pace. Although she probably won't be as strong as a random night ghost. But we're not thinking about that.
Which makes his weakest point right here!
But he has no balls. Scoob and Shark didn't tell the rest of the gang about the Four Ghost because apparently they want to try and solve this themselves. I'm rooting for them. I am. Meanwhile, Frafma have their own follow-up. Something about randomonium in a mining place.
Get to that mining town and see what's... I'm invisible.
But why? Daphne has to talk some sense into her, but for some reason they both think they're not hot. Which I know for a fact most men would disagree with.
Zoinks! 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 Zoinks!
Oh wow, we get a whole She's the Man makeover. Wait, did Freddy put them up to this? I think he did.
Who's your mommy?
Zoinks! 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 Zoinks!
Turns out the club is for a bunch of villains they previously unmasked. So they actually can't just show up as themselves. Things would get very bad. Honestly, I think they were better off just going as themselves, because that's attracting way too much attention. But they didn't really get any info from Old Man Jenkins, so what a waste of time, actually.
I gotta take a whiz. Don't do anything to attract attention.
Ah, damn. Well, the dancing looked like fun, but was it worth it? Probably. Uh-oh, now all the costumes are stolen. What the frick? Damn! Why didn't they bump up security then?
You're trying to make it look like I think Coolsville sucks.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting.
I think everyone is a dum-dum in this movie.
I have to go, okay?
Well, I'll go with you.
No! Just...
Ooh. Frick.
Fred Jones had to say was,
I think Coolsville sucks.
in light of the city's recent chaos.
This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't.
Yeah, so Daphne suspects Julia here of being the mystery masked man. But he does show up just in time to prove that theory wrong. But that expression isn't one of shock. I'm watching you, movie. I am.
I want answers! Now go!
Yes, sir.
Now!
Oh. Frick! Patrick is being extra creepy right now. It's actually quite impressive, to be honest. They follow Old Man Jenkins to an abandoned place, encounter this skeleton thing, and they stumble onto an elevator to go down. To hell, frick. And wow, surprise, surprise, it doesn't look like Jenkins is behind anything. He just wanted to open up an amusement park.
Lemonade!
Isn't he supposed to have like super strong sniffers to tell if it's lemonade or not? Oh my god, everyone is just a caricature in this movie. I'm actually getting annoyed right now, to be honest.
Check out my pecs, little man!
More things happen, the gang reunites, and they find this area where the costumes come to life. The machine thingy brings the costume to life. Yes.
Patrick's the one. That's why he wanted to go out with me.
Oh no! He was actually my first suspicion too when I was younger. Especially after that display of scariness before. What the frick?
Like tunage. My name is Shaggy Fresh, and I'm the best at solving crimes. When the monsters see my face, they start to scream.
To be honest, I think they managed to escape those monsters a little too easily if you ask me. At least Electro was giving them a bit of a hard time.
Now it's
time for me to light my candles!
Oh, and somehow they managed to steal that same control panel. So Mysterious Man threatens the city if they don't turn over the gang. Pretty good plan, actually.
I beg you, Mystery Inc., turn yourselves in.
She is the most upsetting person in this. It's almost as if she's wearing the biggest mask of all. The gang heads to their old high school clubhouse, which surprisingly still works. And they come up with a plan to reverse the creation of the monsters, which that information was way too much for my brain to process, actually.
We'll never be anything but our old goofy selves. I wish once I could do the right thing on purpose.
I feel bad for them. Bad that the writers did them dirty. What the frick? Yeah, it didn't take long before one of the ghosts finds them, but they didn't get to finish their machine doohickey yet. Oh, never mind, that was quick. And these monsters are finding them way too easy. I actually thought they were far out in the woods, because Daphne said they were safe. Or was it Velma? Wait, so they just went back? So the evil guy didn't have to do anything. He could have just waited for them to come back. Fred stays back to deal with the Black Knight ghost. I believe it's called jousting. Why? Daphne stays to deal with Electro, but they both quickly get completely wrecked. Thank goodness, because like, they're real monsters, you know?
The skeleton man.
Why? I can't believe I fell for that. I really can't. I'm sorry. So now it's up to Shaggy and Scooby to put in the panel, as it was always supposed to be.
I mean, we tried to be heroes like you guys, but we're not, okay? We're just not.
I always wanted to be like you guys.
Wait, what? Why? She has to be lying. They just needed a pep talk, right? But they encountered this minor 49er guy. Okay, so I get how Black Knight could get destroyed, but the Volt Ghost, he just got a rod stuck into him. I don't understand. Wow, that was impressive. Anyways, Velma stumbles on a shrine for Jacobo, but who would ever be so obsessed with him? Who?
Velma.
My guy is in some strange places. He really is. So now she's in a pickle. Either choose to trust him or die here. He saves her, but she gets caught by the pterodactyl ghost. He still somehow manages to look sussy. I don't understand.
Look at the Candy Club.
This is what they're best at. Not being annoying. But somehow every single monster caught up to them still. And the guy. Whoever the heck. So now it's a game of frisbee, but the Tagos guy just gets them all trapped. Where was he this whole time? I have no idea. Scooby is doing the greatest thing I've ever seen. And I'm okay with that, actually.
Who do you think you are?
Scooby? Scooby? Go!
I mean, he did ask. Wow, my guy just trapped himself. Well, that was easy. I am so shocked. Now, I really was shocked to learn Jacobo was cosplaying as this Heather person. I was like 12 at the time. I think they did a pretty good job at keeping it a secret though.
And the real identity of Ned is... Ow! Ned!
I think Velma owes Patrick an apology. Then again, he was being very sussy and in some very strange places. And that's the movie. That was an interesting ride. I can tell they definitely tried to cater to children a lot more and made everything and everyone more cartoony, which I don't think translates very well into live action. There's a reason it's cartoons. I mean, it was cool to revisit, but everyone was just making some questionable decisions. And they really did my boys so dirty. They carried the first film. But they were just mostly bumbling buffoons in this one. At the very least, Scooby did have his time to shine at the end. So, if you enjoyed this video, check out another one of mine right here. And let me know in the comments, did you prefer the first movie or the second one? And as always, thank you all so much for watching and I'll catch you next week.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo!